Game, the Ramblers of Winthrop take on the Schenck Wolverines.
Matchup between Livermore Falls and John Bapps. Game one, though, first of all, it's the girls' game. First of all, Mike Hale, Barbara Barr bringing us the game. Mike, let me ask you about these two teams both coming in with some tourney experience and a lot of it.
Yes, Winthrop and Schenck with a lot of experience. They've each have played in their respective divisional finals, the Western Maine and Eastern Maine Championship, 4 years in a row. Schenck has 2 gold balls. Winthrop still yet to win one, Tim, so they're out for the gold ball tonight.
On the other side of the coin, we've got a team that with one superstar and one that has pretty much 5 players that come in and play solid offense.
Well, exactly. While there are some similarities, Tim, there's one big difference. Winthrop doesn't have one star. They have a very balanced attack. Their leading scorer, Diane Blanchard, averages just 12 points per game. Of course, on the Wolverine side, Stephanie Carter, 2,000-point scorer. She needs just 32 more points tonight to tie Julie Bradstreet's career scoring mark. But I think she's going to need to get some outside scoring help for the Wolverines to win their 3rd title.
Should be a good battle. Both teams coming in here 20-1 on the season. Earlier, we spoke with both coaches, and they talked about their starting lineups.
So, 20-1. Regular season, we were 17-1 with our only loss to Livermore by a 1-point deficit. I think we've really improved as the season's gone on, and we got into the Western Maine Finals going in as a number 2 team, or Western Maine playoffs as a number 2 team. And we got by Mexico in Erskine in pretty good ball games, and then we had a super tough ball game with Livermore. And, you know, I think that we're starting to peak at the right time. My point guard is a sophomore, a number 5, Missy Rayum, who stands at about 5'1", but plays a lot bigger than that. She's a very good leaper, has tremendous quickness, and really runs the offense in a fine way for us. The off guard is Diane Blanchard, who will be number 20, who's a 5'4" junior, who possesses probably the best physical skills on the club, has very good quickness, handles the ball well, is a very tough defensive player in the open court on other people's point guards. My my small forward is Stacy Burnham, number 33, who's a 5'8" senior, who is probably one of the most consistent players I've ever had. It seems like whenever we need the key basket, she seems to get it. Good at taking the outside shot and also taking it to the basket.
To win the game tonight, I think offensively we need to take the ball to the basket, and we need to get the ball down underneath to our inside people. Defensively, we need to limit Stephanie Carter's shots and to make the other people work hard for their shots.
My other forward is 5'10" senior, number 12, Luann Calcagni, a very physical, very strong post-up player who has really come on the last half of the year as a strong rebounder defensively as well. And my center is another senior, 5'10", Cheryl Heathcote, who will wear number 21. Cheryl is probably my best defensive big girl by far. Jumps well, anticipates well, and does a lot of the little things that help us win ball games, like helping against presses and things like that.
Beginning the season, Schenck High Lady Wolverines set a goal of 16-2. We finished off our season with a 17-1 record, only losing to Holton High School. Going into the tournament, we set another goal to make it back to the Eastern Maine Finals. On the Eastern Maine Day, we made another goal to win that game. I thought it was a good tournament for our Schenck girls. We played well against Howland and against Calais. And tonight we're looking to put another good performance against Winthrop High School. Lori Spearn, number 22. Lori's our defensive specialist. Lori all year long has been guarding the main offensive player on the other team. She's a senior. Number 42, Darcy Clark. She's a freshman. Darcy's been helping us out on the boards this year. We expect to get some points out of Darcy tonight. Number 10, Stephanie Fisk. Stephanie's our leading assist person throughout the year. Stephanie will control our offense and get the ball to the people who we want scoring. Number 20, one of our captains, Dawn Mankowski. Dawn's been averaging 11 points per game this year for us. We expect a great game out of Dawn here tonight.
For us to win tonight's game, we have to push the ball inside and first work our inside game and our outside game. We had to work on rebounding, make sure we box out, and a lot of defensive hustle, and those will be the keys to the game.
Finally, number 32 out of our starters, she's also a senior, Stephanie Carter, leading us in scoring this year with 28 points and rebounding with 18.3. We expect Stephanie to have a great night here, and we hope to have her lead us through the game.
We'll return in 90 seconds with the girls' Class C state championship game.
Channel 5's live coverage of the 1989 Class C High School Basketball State Championship is brought to you by the good people at Linehan's Bangor Ford on the Hogan Road. Husson College offering master's, bachelor, and associate degrees in business and professional studies. Grant's Dairy, when it's as fresh can be, it's got to be Grant's, naturally. Clyde Billings Saab Itasca, State Street, Augusta. Saab, the most intelligent car ever built. CarQuest Auto Parts stores with 25 stores statewide. And by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Catch the tournament wave, Coke.
Husson College helps make successful futures happen. State Senator Nancy Clark speaks of her Husson experience.
It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but thanks to Husson College, I have the skills that I need to be successful in all that I'm involved in today. Their wide range of liberal studies, along with their quality business program, has prepared me for my career as a state senator, as well as my teaching career in business.
Tomorrow's leaders are at Husson today.
When you're planning your future, consider a quality education which you can afford. Consider the University of Maine at Machias. We offer the advantages of a small private college with all the benefits of a public university. Extensive academic studies, taught by dedicated faculty, will help develop your skills and prepare you for a successful future in your chosen field. Of course, UMM isn't all classrooms and books. There's plenty of time for fun, too. The Maine Experience, the University of Maine at Machias.
Welcome, folks, to our conclusion of our today BCB basketball
tournament. We'd like to take just a moment to recognize two teams of 16 girls teams in Class B and C that were recognized and rated on their sportsmanship. As a whole, our tournament in the East was exceptional this year in the area of sportsmanship. There are a few areas that we might clean up as a whole, where we sometimes forget that young people are playing the game and not the adult fans. At this time, I'd like to call up the representatives from Fort Kent Community High School, co-captain Benita Martin and Vicki Dubag, and their coach Cliff Chassie to receive the Class B girls sportsmanship banner. Next, we'd like to recognize the girls' Class C sportsmanship winners. And again, I might tell you that it was very close. The winners are from Madawaska High School, co-captain Sarah Keller, Lee Smartin, Kim Cavazza, and coach Dan Medore. Would those folks come up, please? Thank you.
At this time, we'll do the introductions for the first ball game of the evening.
Well, good evening, everyone. Mike Hale along with Barbara Barr here at the Bangor Auditorium. And as you know, we're getting ready for the Class C Schoolgirls State Championship between the Schenck Wolverines, who finished number 2 in the regular season in Eastern Maine, and number 2 Winthrop Ramblers. Now let's go down for the starting lineups and player introductions.
Number 21, Cheryl Heathcote. Number 33, Stacy Burnham. Number 20, Diane Blanchard. Number 5, Missy Rayum. Now the remaining players, number 31, Darcy Hekkonen. Number 11, Anna Struck. Number 30, Ethel Struck. Number 25, Missy Larrabee. Number 13, Lisa McSweeney. And number 22, Jamie Adamski. Winthrop is coached by Ray Convery. For the home team, Schenck High School. First, the starters. Number 32, Stephanie Carter. Number 10, Stephanie Fisk. Number 20, Dawn Menkowski. Number 22, Lori Spearin. Number 42, Darcy Clark. Now the remaining players. Number 40, Rita Floyd. Number 12, Amy Morin. Number 34, Christine Bigney. Number 30, Cynthia DeVoe. Number 24, Mary Beth Courier. Number 44, Beth Martin. Number 14, Wendy Hopkins. Coach for Schenck is Steve Levasseur. The officials for tonight's ball game are Mr. Conley and Mr. Williams. Would you please stand while Mark Scally, the choral director from Schenck High School, will sing the national anthem and be accompanied by the Schenck High School band.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mark Scally of Schenck High School and the Schenck High School band. Coach Steve Levasseur taking his jacket off over on the Schenck bench, getting ready to get down to some coaching business, Barbara.
Well, Mike, I think he knows it's going to be a very tough game. Both teams come in at 20-1, so we can look for an exciting contest.
And we're ready to get this game underway between Schenck and Winthrop now. Schenck in the white, and they have the ball. And that's Stephanie Fisk right of the foul line. Stephanie Carter now at the foul line, misses the shot. And here comes the Winthrop Ramblers.
We'll watch Carter. Some games she has a tendency to miss her first few shots, but then after that, she doesn't usually miss at all.
Missy Rayum with the ball. Now gives it off to Heathcote. Shot down the middle, won't go. And that's Stephanie Carter with a rebound for Schenck.
Both teams should start out in a man-to-man full court pressure defense.
Laurie Spearin with the ball. Now works it down low post to Stephanie Carter. Spinning in the baseline. Scores a layup.
Well, she's picked up a few new moves this year, and that was one of them. She faked to her left, the reverse pivot to her right.
And we'll have our first foul of the game called against Schenck. That's going to be on Laurie Spearin. Just underway. Schenck leading 2-0. Both teams wear green and white, but it is Winthrop in the dark green uniforms, the Western Maine champs. Number 5 with the ball was Rayum. Now down low it goes to Heathcote. Shot is put up, won't go now for Blanchard. Schenck comes away with the ball.
Cheryl Heathcote has started out guarding Stephanie Carter, but I look for her to get a lot of help this evening.
Mankowski passes down low to Carter, and she's got another baseline layup.
Yeah, I just don't think that one player can guard Stephanie Carter. I think they're going to have to do some double teaming.
Schenck leading 4-0. It's Winthrop with the ball. Blanchard, number 20. And a blocking foul. It's going to go against Winthrop.
I think Winthrop also is going to have to do a good job pressuring the Schenck guards, making that entry pass to Carter a little harder.
That was Ron Convery on the Winthrop bench. And we see Winthrop still applying some pressure on the ball. That's Stephanie Fisk with the ball for Schenck. And then the foul is called on Diane Blanchard of Winthrop. And each team has one now. With 6:26 to go in the first quarter, Schenck leading 4-0. And Schenck has the ball. That's Stephanie Fisk. 2 Stephanies. Now Stephanie Carter to Mankowski, back to Carter. Now Mankowski with the outside shot. And she swishes it. Number 20, Dawn Mankowski.
Well, that's a big play, certainly, for Schenck, as we have another turnover by Winthrop. What happened that time, Mike, is Blanchard did double-team Carter, but that left Mankowski open, and she hit the jumper.
And Winthrop calls a timeout as they fall behind Schenck 6-0 with 6:10 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, I think that's what Schenck has to do, is when they go inside to Carter, if she is double-teamed, she smartly hit it back out to Mankowski. And if Mankowski and Fisk and Spearin hit those outside shots, it's going to make it very tough for the Winthrop defense.
Schenck beat John Bapps in the quarterfinal, Penobscot Valley in the semifinal, and Calais to win the championship. And in a moment, we'll tell you what Winthrop did, but let's look at the last play from Mankowski to Carter.
Well, there
Barbara?
you see they get it into her. Heathcote guarding. Blanchard goes down, but she, very smart play. She doesn't force it, gets it back to Dawn Mankowski, who hits it before the defense can rotate over toward her.
That has been one of the advantages of Schenck this year, in that they do have the players who can hit the outside shot and help open things up for Stephanie Carter underneath.
It was really the difference, I think, in the Calais game in the second half from the first half, why they took control of that outside shooting.
Schenck with the ball. Stephanie Fisk with it. Now over to Spearin, down to Carter, low again, and Carter had a wide open shot, but it wouldn't drop for her.
That time, though, the defense didn't get there. She did have the easy shot, just missed it.
Heathcote got the rebound, and now Rayum brings it up. Burnham. Now underneath, the foul is going to be going against Schenck. That'll be on Darcy Clark, the freshman, who earned a starting job this year.
Kind of an interesting situation. They have 4 seniors who have been together, of course, through their first 2 state championships, and 1 freshman starting for the Wolverines.
That's 1 on Darcy, 2 on the team. On the other side of the ledger, Winthrop has 1. And on the line is Stacy Burnham. Interesting note about Winthrop, Blanchard averages around 12 points per game, and all other of the 4 starters average 8 points. So they're very well balanced.
Well, they are very balanced, and in addition to that, they'll play about 9 people. Coach Ray Convery goes very deep to his bench, and he may have to this evening.
Well, Burnham, after missing the first one, makes the second one. Schenck leading Winthrop 6-1, 5:45 to go first quarter. Mike Hale and Barbara Barr at the Bangor Auditorium. The boys match up between John Bapps and Livermore Falls coming up as Blanchard steals the ball away from Stephanie Fisk. Blanchard, number 20, with it. Now off to Heathcote, number 21, and she hits the basket.
Good play by Blanchard. Blanchard. I think that's a good matchup for Winthrop, her guarding Fisk. She seems to have a lot of defensive quickness and may cause some turnovers.
Winthrop applying a little bit more pressure, aggressive pressure on the ball. Stephanie Fisk dribbles through the traffic, misses the shot. That's Carter with the rebound, and she scores.
Well, that's just a beautiful shooting touch that time. Nice arc, good follow through, and 2 points.
Schenck leading Winthrop 8-3. Winthrop with the ball in the dark jerseys. Number 12, Cal Cagney. Now Burnham, number 33. Out front it goes to Rayum. Missy Rayum, she's just a sophomore. Blanchard with it. She's bottled up, tries to work it down low. Now back out to Rayum. Now Heathcote has her shot blocked by Stephanie Carter of Schenck. Schenck in the white pushes it up. Laurie Spearin driving to the hoop, missing the shot. Rebound comes away to Burnham of Winthrop, and then a foul on Schenck.
To take a look at what Winthrop is doing down on their offensive end, they're trying to work the ball inside to Heathcote, and we'll take a look here. The foul in the last play. There's the reach in. Laurie Spearin picks up the foul.
That's her second, by the way. Schenck has 3 as a team. Winthrop with just 1. Not a shooting foul, so Rayum will bring it up for the Winthrop Ramblers. Western Maine champs. Burnham now back out to Blanchard. To Rayum. Into the corner. Has it knocked loose, and Schenck will take it away. And that's Mankowski bringing it up court now to the top of the key to the foul line. She throws up the runner. Carter with a rebound. And then on the third effort, foul on Burnham, I believe, or is it going to go against Carter?
I think they called Carter over the back on the third effort that time. But just a good effort on her part, though. She stayed with the shots. Sometimes you're going to get called for them, but I don't think Coach Steve Levasseur minds that kind of foul.
Sometimes those shots will fall for you, but it's stolen away very quickly by Amy Morin. She's only a freshman, just came in off the bench. She's very quick. Schenck leads 10-3. Winthrop with the ball. And that was...
I think they called Clark for a foul that time.
On Burnham, right. Stacy Burnham fouled going to the basket.
There we see the drive in. Burnham does a nice job, takes it in strong. Clark doesn't get over in time to pick up the foul, but Winthrop is doing one good thing. They're taking the ball to the basket when they have the opportunity, and I really think for them to score, they've got to do that. Try and pick up a few fouls off Schenck and be very aggressive at the offensive end.
Stacy Burnham on the foul line hits the first one. Averaging 8 points per game. So she has both of those, and Schenck leads by 5. Schenck, the state champion the last 2 years. Stolen away now. Heathcote for Winthrop with the steal. Missing the layup. Carter for Schenck on the rebound. And Carter, who is a pretty good ball handler, will bring the ball up a lot like that. She throws up the runner, but draws the foul.
It's a good point, Mike, because the time she hurt Callis a couple of times the last game, Carter brought up the ball and hit a 3-pointer and also a 2-pointer from the line. There we see her dribbling the ball. She beats Heathcote, and Heathcote just kind of off balance, leans into her with the body, and she picks up the foul. But that makes it very tough on a defense when you can have a center like Carter who can dribble the ball up and is a threat from 3-point territory.
That's 2 on Heathcote. And only the second foul, team foul as well on Winthrop. Schenck, on the other hand, has 5. Carter missing the foul shot, and she usually doesn't miss many of those. Stephanie Carter. So she missed them both. Rebound, Anna Strzok, a 5'9" junior. She has a twin sister on the team as well. Down low, that's going to be Cal Cagney. Luann Cal Cagney, 5'10" senior, scoring for Winthrop. Now Schenck trying to get through that pressure again. And a foul on Winthrop.
We'll take a look at this last play. Burnham does a nice job again. Beautiful bounce pass. That's the only way she could have got the ball in there. Cal Cagney has an advantage over Clark in size and physical strength. Puts it up strongly. Gets the 2 points.
And the foul was just called on Stacy Burnham. That's her first and the team's third, as they fouled Schenck again while applying that aggressive full court pressure. Stephanie Fisk with the ball, number 10, being guarded by Diane Blanchard. Three minutes to go here in the first quarter. Schenck leading 10-7. And another foul is called against Winthrop as the ball was moved into the middle to Carter.
Well, they got Struck that time, and there was a good shoving match going on between Carter and Struck battling for position, and she definitely did push her.
Anna Struck with her first, and that's 4 on Winthrop.
Carter's got a few inches on Struck, too. They may even try and lob it into her.
Schenck in the white, putting the ball underneath the basket. Carter is there, missing the shot, though, and then it's going to go out of bounds off Calcagney of Winthrop. Quick shot of the Schenck bench and Coach Levasseur. Ball into Fist, now gives it off to Mankowski. Fires the long one, it won't go. Rebound Carter underneath, puts it up and in.
Well, that time Carter just simply reached over Struck. She's got about 4 or 5 inches on her. Laid the ball back up and in. I don't think they can keep that matchup, Winthrop, that is.
Schenck up by 5, and Winthrop with the ball. Ethel Struck now, who is the twin sister of Anna Struck, which is just what I needed here, the play-by-play. They'll probably switch jerseys when one gets into foul trouble. Shot by Calcagney. And Winthrop is holding in there just when it looks like Schenck might get a little breathing room. Winthrop comes right back. That's Carter with a long one. Won't go. Rebound brought down by Burnham, but taken away now by Clark. Off to Mankowski. And Mankowski scores a layup for Schenck.
Schenck just being very aggressive on the offensive boards. That time Ethel Struck, I guess it is, blocked and shot nicely.
That's Amy Morin, number 12, we looked at. Good defensive player. Quick hands. She's only a freshman. Schenck applying a little pressure of their own now in the backcourt. As Ethel Struck brings it down to set things up over on the right side. Blanchard. Foul line, that's Burnham. Missing the shot. Rebound saved inbounds to Stephanie Carter. Off to Stephanie Fisk. Now Mankowski on the baseline. She had some help missing that. Some good defense there by Winthrop.
Burnham gets the rebound. She's been doing a nice job offensively and defensively. The one person for Winthrop penetrating.
That's Ethel Struck missing the shot down the middle, and Carter chasing it out of bounds, but she wasn't the last one to touch it. We have 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Schenck 14 and Winthrop 9. This is the schoolgirl state Class C championship tonight. The boys matchup will follow here at the Bangor Auditorium. We have the coverage all night long here on WABI, and of course Class A coverage all day long tomorrow beginning at 8:30 in the morning. Amy Morin now off to Darcy Clark, and she hit that baseline jumper, number 42. Quickly Winthrop will try to put a little speed in the game the other way. Shot is off on the rebound though. Anna Struck, number 11. Missing on both counts. Schenck comes away with the ball, and Amy Morin will bring it up for the Wolverines. Now to Carter, back to Morin. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Morin at the foul line over on the right to Mankowski. Mankowski was named to the all-tourney team along with Stephanie Carter in Eastern Maine. Down low, that's Rita Floyd in the game now, missing the turnaround jumper. Ethel Struck with a long pass down to Anna Struck. So that was sister to sister on that one, but the travel is called on Anna.
That was a nice lead pass. She just forgot to put the ball down once and was called for the traveling violation. Right now, Winthrop, though, they're getting some opportunities inside. They've just missed a few easy shots, but they're going to need to make a couple, I think, in the next few minutes. They don't want Schenck to open up a 10-point lead on them.
Mary Beth Courier now will come in for Darcy Clark. Now that's Rita Floyd with the ball, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ethel Struck of Winthrop. Winthrop in the dark, in case you're just joining us, and Schenck in the white uniforms. Number 20, Mankowski, trying to put it inbounds underneath the Schenck hoop, but it's stolen away. Blanchard got a hand on it. Now Schenck knocks it loose, and we'll have an alternating possession call. So Mary Beth Courier got in and battled with Blanchard for it. Looking down the Winthrop bench, looking a bit concerned right now. Coach Ron Convery. Ethel Struck with the ball, number 30. That's Ray Convery. Sorry, Ray. Missing the shot is Ethel Struck on the near side. Schenck with a rebound. and the gun will go off. And that's the end of the first quarter. The score, Schenck 16, Winthrop 9. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Sir, would you prefer hamburger A Wendy's hamburger that's fresh, or hamburger B that's pre-made and sits around?
B, because it sits around. I'm a trucker, and I need some for the long haul. I could eat this baby in Shakytown and still be tasted in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Most people prefer hot and juicy hamburgers, like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
Stop in at any of Wendy's 7 locations in Maine for information on how you can become a much-needed big brother or big sister.
If you're looking for a rotor or a windshield wiper motor, yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest. Stop by for hard-working Wix filters. Whether you drive a domestic or a foreign car, Wix filters remove dirt and contaminants from your engine to keep it running cleaner and longer. For performance and protection, look to Wix. Take it from Roy Clark and the repairmen. If it's a really tough part, then don't lose heart. Yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest.
Second quarter action just underway at the Bangor Auditorium in the schoolgirl Class C state championship. Schenck with the ball. Stephanie Carter missing the shot. Rebound is going to be out of bounds. Burnham had a hand on it. Calcagney of Winthrop also.
That was a tough break for Winthrop that time. They boxed out very well. The ball just slipped off of Heathcote's hands.
In it comes to Amy Moore, and then to Rita Floyd, quickly over on the near side to Mankowski. Now low post Carter, missing again, and on the rebound, they're going to call the foul on Carter, Stephanie Carter.
I think they got Courier, actually, for Schenck, number 24.
Oh, it was Mary Beth Courier with the personal.
There, Carter puts up the shot, and Courier, just out of position, tries to reach over the back. Pretty obvious foul that time, and Winthrop is now in the 1-and-1 situation.
And Stacy Burnham on the foul line for Winthrop, number 33. She'll get the tail end of the bonus now after swishing that first one.
You could hear that up here.
7:33 to go in the first half. Schenck by 6. The Winthrop foul shot by Burnham is good again. And once again, Winthrop putting on some pressure. Amy Morin of Schenck dribbling through the traffic to the foul line. Near side, Mankowski missing the shot. Rebound tapped around and is finally brought out of there by Cheryl Heathcote. Quickly up court for Winthrop. Now Rayum at the top of the key. Missy Rayum. 5-foot sophomore. Calcagney tries to spin one up down low. No luck there. Mankowski in there, but also Heathcote knocking it out of bounds for Winthrop.
That was a nice pass by Rayum, who started, in fact, as a freshman last year. They're doing a good job getting the ball inside, but they're missing the shots.
Good pressure by Winthrop, stealing the ball. Rayum throwing up the shot. No. Rebound Heathcote, no. And Stephanie Carter on the rebound, but her outlet pass was stolen away by Blanchard. Now they'll slow it down. Winthrop with the ball. Rayum. Now they swing it around to Heathcote. Again, the shot won't go for her, and Amy Morin is there to scoop up the loose ball up court to Mankowski for Schenck. She misses the layup. Rita Floyd from behind. She touched it, but it was last touched by Winthrop.
Yes, Rayum went out of bounds and then came back in and touched the ball. And you're not allowed to do that. They need a timeout.
With a timeout, we'll keep it right here with 6:36 to go in the first half. Schenck 16, Winthrop 11. We had mentioned how Schenck got to the finals. Now we'll cover what happened for Winthrop this year as they beat Mexico in the quarterfinals, Erskine Academy of South China in the semifinals, and Livermore Falls in for the Western Maine Championship.
And they came close the last couple of years, I know, too, Mike. Last year, they had a heartbreaking loss in triple overtime in the Western Finals, and the year before that, they had lost in double overtime, so they certainly worked hard to get here this year to the final. And I'm sure, as we've seen so far, they're definitely battling Schenck, really, and they would be even if they were making their inside shots. The last time down was a perfect example. They had 4 opportunities 2 feet away from the basket, and they missed each one. I don't know if it's Carter's intimidation factor that's causing them to miss, or maybe they're just a little nervous. But if they start making them, I think we can look for an even game.
Ray Convery on the bench. Winthrop calling that timeout to talk things over. Schenck will have the ball underneath their own basket as they line up into their out-of-bounds play. Carter gets it on the far side, but the shot won't fall for her. She's been having some bad luck herself tonight on some shots that many times she will normally make. Now Burnham, number 33 for Winthrop, is going to be fouled by Mankowski of Schenck.
And that's her second foul, and Burnham is doing an excellent job going down the left sideline. She's been driving baseline. Schenck hasn't been getting there to cut her off, and she gets a chance to go back to the free throw line.
And she'll be there with 6:26 to go in the first half. Schenck leading by 5. Stacy Burnham back on the foul line. She just made 2 in a row a short while ago. She hits it again.
Yes, despite their poor shooting, they're in this game, and they have the foul situation to their advantage at this point.
And Burnham won't get the same break on the second one. Falls off the side. Stephanie Carter with a rebound for Schenck. Now to Amy Morin. Schenck holding on to a 4-point lead. 6:15 to go in the first half. Amy Morin holding the ball, looking for some help. She's going to fire up the shot, and it's good.
Well, we shooters always like to say, when in doubt, shoot. And she didn't know what else to do with it. She shot. It was the right thing. Swish.
Her foot was on the line. It was a 2-pointer instead of 3. But Amy Morin making the smart move with everybody else tied up. But now Schenck is going to be called for a foul on the other end.
I think they got Floyd reaching in. Actually, they called it on Morin. We'll see the pass inside there, and there you see it reaching in. You've got to try and slide your feet over and not reach in with the hands, because these referees seem to be calling the game fairly tightly.
Luann Calcagni on the line for Winthrop. And she hits the foul shot. 18-13. Schenck on top with just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Mike Hale and Barbara Barr at the Bangor Auditorium. Joe Carr and Willie Gavitt will be here for the next game between the John Bapps and Livermore Falls boys as Calcagni hits the second foul shot for Winthrop. Winthrop has applied pressure all game long. Schenck has had trouble at times, and then other times it hasn't bothered them. Clark had it on the far side. Now back out front to Morin. Now Stephanie Carter to Mankowski, back to Carter, but is stolen away by Missy Rayum of Winthrop. She's going to go one-on-one with Morin. The shot won't go, and we'll have an alternating possession underneath the Winthrop basket, and it will go to the Winthrop Ramblers.
So far, Winthrop has stayed in the game on the foul line. They're 8 for 10 at the charity stripe. Good steal that time.
Burnham with the ball, and now Blanchard throws up an off-balance shot. Stephanie Carter's there with the rebound. Now Mankowski will push it up the near side.
Take a look at this defense. You can see Blanchard not even paying any attention to Moore and just daring them to throw her the ball and shoot it, double teaming Carter.
And Carter had a wide open layup and missed it. And Winthrop brings it the other way. Rayum, number 5, with the ball. Out front for the Ramblers. Now into the right corner it goes to Blanchard. To Burnham. Now Rayum will throw it up from the near side, and it's good.
And I believe, Mike, that is really their first outside shot of this game. Everything else has been on the inside. They haven't had that much success. Maybe it'll work from the perimeter.
Amy Morin getting through the traffic again. On the near side, Mankowski. John Mankowski, who is an excellent outside shooter. She's been one of the mainstays for these championship Schenck girls for the past couple of years. As Winthrop now trying to work it in. Burnham with it. Over to Rayum. She'll throw up the runner and draw the foul on Schenck.
And she's been looking to become more offensive-minded since Morin has come into the game, and they're certainly getting their opportunities from the foul line. There you see the pass over. Burnham makes a nice pass. She goes up for the shot, and another reach-in foul. That, again, is just the defense. You've got to try and move your feet, get in position so you don't have to reach in.
And Amy Morin of Schenck picked up her second. Schenck has been over the limit for a few fouls now. Winthrop, on the other hand, with 4, as Rayum misses the foul shot.
Well, these are really critical, especially when you have that advantage over the other team where they're not in the bonus and you are. You want to make those 1-and-1s and 2-shot fouls.
No luck on the second one either, and Schenck comes away with the rebound, but Stephanie Carter is going to fall down, gives it away to Amy Morin, but is stolen away by Blanchard, and she had a wide open shot she couldn't drop in.
Just amazing the number of layups they've missed.
Yeah, both teams for that matter, but Winthrop, more obviously, struggling underneath. Morin over to Rita Floyd now, to the left of the foul line. Now Carter on the other side. Her shot won't fall. Mankowski's there to get the rebound, spins it right back in the lane. Rebound Burnham for Winthrop. Both teams are in the ice cube zone right now. 3:35 to go in the first half. Schenck leading by 4. Winthrop with the ball. Burnham works it down low, and that shot will fall for Luann Calcagni.
Once again, though, Burnham makes a nice entry pass. That time lobbed it into Calcagni at inside position. Another steal.
Blanchard picking up the loose ball on the steal. Dumps it off to Heathcote, and she's going to be fouled.
And another foul, and that was on Carter.
That's going to be her second.
They're really attacking Schenck on the inside. They're not afraid at all. And I think that's something that other teams have not done. And they're certainly using it to their advantage because the referees are calling the fouls.
And Cheryl Heathcote will be on the line for Winthrop. And Cheryl's shot is good. Now it's only a 1-point lead for Schenck. They have led by 6 at one time.
There you see her foul shooting percentage, 53%. I think Burnham is their leading free throw shooter at about 76%.
Heathcote misses the second one after making the first one. And Schenck holding on to a slim 20-19 lead with 3:05 to go in the first half. Amy Morin with the ball for Schenck.
And there you see Blanchard backed off totally from Morin on that play. Perfect example of what they're doing.
As she misses it, it's picked up by Darcy Clark.
Now we can just see her. As soon as she picks up her dribble, Blanchard sinks back in.
Now Carter hits one out near the foul line, and she's been struggling out there tonight, so that should give her a little bit of confidence.
Well, that makes her so tough to defend as well. She not only scores from inside, but she hits that 15-footer with ease.
Schenck up by 3, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half, and it's stolen away by Schenck. And Stephanie Carter will bring it up. And we mentioned going into the game, she needed 32 points to tie the schoolgirl scoring record held by Bradstreet of Central Aroostook. Knocked out of bounds by Winthrop.
And she has a tendency sometimes to start slow, miss a few shots early on, and then it seems in the second half she really hits everything.
Mankowski into Carter, and she hits that one.
Whenever Winthrop has to guard her man-to-man and gets no help, they have real problems.
Schenck up by 5. The shot is missed by Calcagni, but she did draw the foul. Winthrop will go to the foul line again.
I think they got Floyd there. And Schenck just not doing a very good job of moving their feet on defense and denying those entry passes.
And that's only one on Rita Floyd, but again, it will put Winthrop on the foul line, and they have spent a lot of time there, especially here in the second quarter. Calcagni's foul shot, swish. I like that microphone right by the net there.
It's
nice.
a sweet sound, isn't it, when it goes in? At least when I was playing it was. I didn't hear it enough, though.
Luann Calcagni averaging 8 points per game. Another swish for her. 5'10" senior. Schenck's lead is cut to 3. 24-21. Schenck with the ball, and Amy Morin again handling the chores in the front court. Now Mankowski on the near side. Back to Morin.
Fans wanted a reach-in foul, but didn't get it.
Carter with a little room underneath misses the shot. Minute 45 to go here in the first half. Winthrop will try to do something on the other end now. Rayum to Burnham. Down low, it's Anna Struck. And knocked out of bounds by Schenck on defense. Some size on this Winthrop team. Couple girls at 5'10", couple at 5'9". The inbounds pass in the basket for Luann Calcagni. And again, Schenck will pull out to 5 or 6 points, and Winthrop will come storming right back. Schenck leading 24-23 with a minute 20 to go in the first half. Darcy Clark scoring on the baseline.
Exactly. She's another person you can't leave alone from the outside. She's got a very nice shooting touch.
Although Stephanie Carter scores most of Scank's points, they do have girls who can score from the outside. And there's one the other way, Stacy Burnham. A little outside shooting of her own.
Yeah, I think that's only their second outside shot that they've taken and second one they've made.
And Clark has it stolen away by Ray Hume. Now to Blanchard, number 20. You can see we're near the end of the first half, but the foul is called, I believe, on Amy Morin.
That's her third foul. Schenck really in some foul trouble, digging a big hole for themselves in the second half, and quite a few turnovers, which is uncharacteristic of them.
Darcy Häkkinen coming into the game. And also Ethel Struck will return. Ray Hume will come out and Cal Cagney coming out.
Both teams are playing a lot of players with this man-to-man full-court pressure, especially, though, Winthrop coming in with waves of players, so they should be well-rested in the second half.
And on the other side for Schenck, Stephanie Fisk will come in for Amy Morin with 43 seconds remaining in the first half. Diane Blanchard, 53.7% from the foul line. Misses the foul shot. Rebound's going to be picked up by Darcy Clark, and she'll bring it up herself. Now to Stephanie Fisk with 35 seconds on the clock. Fisk looping it underneath to Carter, and Carter will draw the foul. Going to be on Darcy Häkkinen, who just checked in. 5'7" junior. It's Darcy. And we have 31 seconds to go in the half. That's going to be the 5th team foul. So Winthrop did manage to hold off on letting Schenck get into the 1-and-1 until just now. So they played with 4 team fouls for quite some time, as we see Stephanie Carter on the foul line.
And Mike, just to show you the difference in foul shooting, this is only the second trip to the foul line Schenck has made. Both times Carter, she was over 2 before. She's shooting 75%, so she usually makes most of them, but she's now 1 for 4.
Stephanie Fisk will steal the inbounds pass for Schenck and get the quick basket, and that's a big break for Schenck. They're now up by 4, 29-25 with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Winthrop works the ball down low, and they'll draw a foul down there, and that's going to be on Courier again, I believe.
Well, boy, it looks like anytime Winthrop gets the ball inside, they're having trouble making the shots, but they're certainly picking up the fouls.
They've spent a lot of time on the foul line as Mary Beth Courier picked up her second. And Anna Struck will be on the line.
I think, though, Winthrop needs to make these last 2 and try and stop Schenck from scoring just as a psychological help to them. They worked very hard in this game, but they're still down by 4 points.
Anna is a 5'9" junior. And she brings a foul shot home with 14 seconds to go in the first half. Scank's lead is at 3. And you see Anna's stats as she hits both of her foul shots. Schenck with the ball with now 10 seconds on the clock. Stephanie Carter off to Clark. Her shot won't go. On the rebound, it's going to be loose. Finally, Clark chases it down, gets it off to Courier, throws one up at the gun, and that's it. A little mad scramble there at the end of the first half. The score is Schenck 29, Winthrop 27. Back at the Bangor Auditorium in 2 minutes.
If you're looking for a rotor or a windshield wiper motor, yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest. No matter what you drive, you'll get unbeatable performance with Champion spark plugs. Champion gets your engine started right away and running its best year-round. So for sure starts and protection, be sure to go with Champion. Take it from Roy Clark and the repairmen. If it's a really tough part, then don't lose heart. Yeah, you'll find it at CarQuest.
Would you prefer hamburger A from Wendy's where you choose your fresh toppings, or B where you can't choose because it's already made for you?
B, because it's made for me. Is it so? Those pearls, that even fufu is made for me, huh?
Well, I'm guessing just once you'd like to choose your own toppings.
Well, guess again, darling.
Most people prefer hamburgers with their choice of toppings, like Wendy's, where you get the best burgers in the business.
Stop in at any of Wendy's 7 locations in Maine for information on how you can become a much-needed big brother or big sister.
The cold, hard facts. Last year, almost 2 million families stopped buying regular Pepsi. And almost 500,000 moved to Diet Coke. That's more than to any other major soft drink. With smooth, satisfying, real cola taste and just 1 calorie. Taste what so many regular Pepsi drinkers have already discovered. The move is on to Diet Coke.
Welcome back to the Bangor Auditorium. With me down here on the floor, we might have what you might call the Great American Family up in East Millinocket. It's Roy and Barbara Carter, and thanks for joining us down here. First, let me ask you, Stephanie, of course, a fine player, but not the first record setter up at Schenck.
No, our other daughter, Tracy Carter, scored 1,000 points in Schenck High School also.
So you're used to coming to these games for an awful long time, Roy. I guess that was 3 years before Stephanie started playing. You like coming to these games? It's pretty relaxing up there in the stands, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, we're really relaxed, you know.
No, come on, don't kid me.
No, it's nerve-wracking.
It is.
It always is, and when you got a kid involved, it's a lot worse. I can come to the boys' games since my boy got done and enjoy them.
Yeah.
This stuff right here, it is nerve-wracking.
You get any sleep before a big game like this?
Oh, a few hours, you know. Yeah, it's not too bad, really, the night before, just now. A game like this is nerve-wracking.
Your son Roy also played, so that makes 3 Carters coming up through the ranks. You must have a hoop in the driveway.
Definitely out in the back. We have it on the back of our garage, and the kids have always played out back.
All summer long?
All summer long. Fall, doesn't matter. Whenever it's cleared off, they play.
I imagine you're going to miss this kind of stuff. After tonight's over, there won't be any more big games for the Carters to come down and watch in high school anyway.
No, but I'm telling you, we're really looking forward to Stephanie playing for Trish Roberts. I think it's going to be a great experience for her, and she chose Maine. That's what she wanted to do. She had quite a few choices. Holy Cross was awful close to getting her, but after spending a weekend with Trish Roberts and her girls, Stephanie made up her mind that this was for her.
19 more in the second half, and you'll have a daughter with the all-time leading scorer in high school basketball here. So we look forward to what Stephanie can do in the second half, and of course, most of all, the state championship would be nice too. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Barbara and Roy Carter, down here on the auditorium floor, watching, of course, daughter Stephanie playing in the state final. When we come back in a moment, we'll have some words from Stephanie and a little bit more at halftime, right after this timeout.
Alabama International Motor Speedway at Talladega. 3 standard production stops. It's probably pretty unlikely you'll ever need a car that can go 132 miles per hour, day and night, for 62,000 miles straight. But just in case you do, there's only one that's ever done it. The Saab 9000.
See Clyde Billing Incorporated, Saab Itasca, State Street, Augusta.
Husson College helps make successful futures happen. Jim Maller, Executive Vice President of Discount Martin Office Supply, speaks of his Husson experience.
Husson College is for students who are serious about their education. I've learned that being successful in today's world requires a well-rounded education, persistence, and a lot of hard work. I also know that the strong leadership qualities I gained through my years at Husson have gone hand in hand with the success of my business.
Tomorrow's leaders are at Husson today.
Hi, Mommy, I'm home.
Hi, honey, I'm sewing. I left milk and cookies on the table.
I wish I didn't have to eat alone.
You're not alone. I'm here.
You're the TV cow from Grant's. Did you come to see me?
Yep, I enjoy visiting boys and girls who drink fresh, healthful milk from Grant's Dairy. Good milk, isn't it?
Is there someone with you, Christina?
Only the little cow from Grant's.
I didn't know I left the TV on.
Welcome back back to the Bangor Auditorium. It's Class C state championship night, a thrill for any kid for sure playing in a game like this, and we spoke to a couple of them. Winthrop's Cheryl Heathcote and Stephanie Carter of Schenck, and asked them about the thrill of playing in a state championship game.
Playing in the state championship game means a lot to me because as a team member, I feel like I'm part of a family, and as a family, we've worked hard all year to achieve this goal.
Playing in the state championship really means a lot to us. I think we've worked really hard this season. Our fans have been supportive throughout the whole season, and the school's been right behind us in everything that we've done too.
One more half to go, and we've got a 2-point game with Schenck on top, 29-27. And Stephanie Carter, 20 points away from becoming the all-time record holder for girls basketball here in the state of Maine. Back up to you, Mike.
Thank you very much, Tim. And here we are, Barbara.
Well,
upstairs, as they say.
That's right, way up in the auditorium. And I think, Mike, though, a very interesting first half. Steve Lavasser has to be concerned about the foul situation. Schenck has picked up 13 fouls to just 5 for Winthrop. But despite that, they still hold a 2-point lead.
And both teams have missed a lot of easy shots, so we'll see what kind of strategy maybe the coaches use coming out here in the second half. And do we have some halftime scoring we can pass along here?
We'll run down the scoring right now. For Winthrop, Stacy Burnham had 8 points, Cheryl Heathcote 3, Luann Calcagney led them with 12 points, Anna Struck had 2 points, and Missy Rayum had 2 points for their total of 27. As you mentioned, they did miss many easy shots. Over on Schenck's side, Stephanie Carter, as usual, led them with 13 points. Dawn Mankowski had 6. Darcy Clark 4. Amy Morin came off the bench with 4 points, and Mary Beth Courier had 2 points for their total of 29. So we have a 2-point ball game, and I expect really, Mike, this to go down to the final buzzer.
All right, thank you, Barbara. We'll return with third quarter action in 2 minutes.
We'll give you $1,000, no, $2,000. Make that $10,000 on anything you bring in as trade-in. Anything. And remember, no payments till $19.99.
There are a lot of deceptive promises being made out there. At Bangor Ford, the only promise I'll make is to give you fair, honest value for your hard-earned dollar. There will be absolutely no additional dealer markup. Just the lowest new car prices on quality Ford products. All backed by the #1 service department in Bangor. Bangor Ford guarantees you value.
When you're planning your future, consider a quality education which you can afford. Consider the University of Maine at Machias. We offer the advantages of a small private college with all the benefits of a public university. Extensive academic studies, taught by dedicated faculty, will help develop your skills and prepare you for a successful future in your chosen field. Of course, UMM isn't all classrooms and books. There's plenty of time for fun, too. The Maine Experience, the University of Maine at Machias.
For workouts that aren't routine, authentic Russell Athletic sweats. High quality, American-made durability, built for action and those who want to live the sporting life. This year's hottest item, Russell Athletic sweats.
Work out with Russell sweats from Goldsmith Sporting Goods, Main Square Mall, Hogan Road, Bangor.
Come the Grant's Dairy Day, going for freshness all the way.
You're working hard to stay in shape. It's good for your health and your appearance. So make skim milk from Grant's Dairy a part of your daily routine. It's low in fat, full of important vitamins, and high in calcium. Just what every body needs to stay in shape. Grant's Skim Milk and you. It's a perfect fit, naturally.
Action underway here at the Bangor Auditorium.
We've already had 3 quick baskets. Carter and Fisk scoring for Schenck, and that was Cheryl Heathcote answering for Winthrop.
Well, what happened is Schenck stole 2 inbounds passes right off quickly. Well, first of all, Schenck had the possession and scored just like Stephanie Carter did there. She did just a moment ago, so both teams coming out scoring quickly. 35-29, Schenck with a 6-point lead. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Winthrop with the ball in the dark green jerseys. Blanchard now out front to Burnham. Down low, Calcagney missing the baseline shot. Rebound tapped out and picked up by Dawn Mankowski. Now to Fisk. Calls out the play as she brings it across midcourt. Third quarter action. State Class C championship. Schenck girls hoping to win their third straight. Stephanie Carter missing the outside shot. Mankowski with a rebound. No. Now Stephanie Fisk. No. She's going to get another chance. Yes. Number 10, Stephanie Fisk. One of the smaller girls, but right in there fighting with good position. Now Winthrop the other way. Shot won't fall for Blanchard, and Schenck has the rebound, and Carter will bring it up herself. And we met her parents at halftime.
I was just going to say, Mike, that she's her leading scorer, but Blanchard's having a tough time.
Dawn Mankowski just hit that shot for Schenck on the far side on the baseline, and a quick timeout is called by Winthrop. 5:51 to go in the third quarter. Schenck has jumped out to a 10-point lead here in the third quarter after scoring on their first possession, stealing the ball and scoring. And are we going to look at that last basket? We are in just a moment, Barbara, so you can be getting ready for that. No, we're not. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Well, we'll take a look at Coach Steve Lavasser. And one thing I think is so big with him is he encourages players to keep shooting. There you see Ray Convery, and I'm sure he's somewhat upset at his girls that they committed a couple of quick turnovers.
Okay, we missed a little action there to stop the third quarter. So, Barbara, let's look at those first two shots.
Well, this is the first basket they scored. Carter immediately gets the ball inside and scores 2 points to expand their lead to 4. And then you see here they're trying to inbound the ball. She gets it inside. You're going to see a steal coming up, hopefully before action resumes. There you see it. And that was Spearin, takes it in, and she's eventually going to score this basket. Or pass it off to someone and score the basket.
We know they scored.
They didn't do it that slowly, but there we go. Fisk gets the basket. They got 4 quick points.
From Spearin to Fisk. I knew we'd get it after a while, Barbara. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Schenck's up by 10. Winthrop with the ball. Blanchard, number 20. Now down low, Cal Cagney spinning in and drawing the foul. And again, we welcome our friends in Presque Isle tonight as well on WAGM TV, Channel 8 up there. They'll be with us throughout the Class A tournament action all day tomorrow. 8 games here on Channel 5 and on Channel 8 if you're watching in Aroostook County.
Well, and Darcy Clark picks up her second personal foul, and back to the free throw line the Ramblers go.
Cal Cagney sinking the foul shot, and if they spend as much time as they did in the first half, then it could be a real problem for Schenck.
Well, they shot about 68% from the line, which isn't bad. Cal Cagney, I believe, is under that, but they're going to need to.
Schenck's lead is now at 8 points. 5:40 to go in the third quarter as Stephanie Fisk pushes it up. Now to Stephanie Carter. Stephanie to Stephanie. Fisk over to Laurie Spearin. Yes. She's another one of those outside threats. Fisk can hit outside. Spearin, Mankowski, Clark, and Morin.
All of them.
So they can really make things easier for Stephanie Carter when things are bottled up underneath. And now a traveling violation against Missy Rayum.
Well, Schenck is turning the tables a little bit on Winthrop. Winthrop was causing all the turnovers in the first half. Schenck's putting on some more pressure now and forcing some mistakes.
Schenck definitely playing much more aggressive on defense in the second half, and that has made the difference. They're up by 10 now. They did lead at 6 one time in the first half, but they couldn't hold on to the lead as Winthrop came roaring back a couple of times. Schenck with the ball now. Mankowski. Stephanie Fisk takes over at the foul line. Laurie Spearin missing the one from the near side, and rebound comes away to Cal Cagney for Winthrop. Luann Cal Cagney. Now to Missy Rayum holding the ball. In the left corner, far side to Burnham. And underneath, they'll work it back into Cal Cagney, who went down on the low post and gets the layup, number 12.
She's getting the position inside. They just had been missing so many earlier, but now she's starting to convert.
Stephanie Carter driving to the basket, and she draws the foul. It's going to be on Cheryl Heathcote.
That's a big foul, Mike, because that's a personal foul, and she's really the only player that can guard her. There you see the replay. She just kind of slides with her. I'm not sure if they caught the right person that time, but they called it on Heathcote, and Carter will get to go to the line. As they say, it was a continuation play.
third, as you mentioned. Each team with one now, with 4:29 to go in the third quarter. Carter's foul shot, yes. And Schenck's lead is 9. And with both schools bearing green and white as their colors, we have a lot of green on both sides of the auditorium, as Carter sinks the second one as well. Laurie Spearin putting a little pressure on the ball as Ray Hume brings it up for Winthrop. Schenck by 10. On the far side, now works it down low to Calcagni. Won't fall again. She's been struggling up getting that shot down low to fall for her, and it just won't.
Well, I think
Stephanie Carter with the ball. Pardon me, Barbara?
I was just going to say, I think she should use the backboard. She's just shooting it straight in.
Good point. Stephanie Fisk, now to Stephanie Carter. Darcy Clark comes out to help to the right of the foul line. Now Don Mankowski as they rotate the ball. Spearin. Laurie Spearin missing the shot. Good position for Stephanie Carter. She puts it up and in as the Schenck fans respond.
Nice left-handed layup by Carter. She now has 21 points.
And Schenck's lead is 12 now, Barbara, after a very close first half. Pass work down low to Calcagni, and she finally gets one to fall. Rolls around the rim and in. A little hula hoop for her, number 12. Luann Calcagni in the green. Stephanie Fisk, number 10, bringing it up for Schenck. The Wolverines of Schenck and the Ramblers of Winthrop for the state title tonight. As Carter misses the shot on the baseline, Winthrop with the rebound as Missy Ray Hume brings it up. Into the forecourt now to Blanchard. Dumps it off down low to Heathcote. Her shot won't go, and a foul is going to be called on Schenck, I believe on Darcy Clark. That's 2 on Schenck as a team. And that's going to be 3 on Darcy Clark. And she'll come out, and Rita Floyd will be checking in, the 5'7" junior. Darcy Clark going to the bench, picking up that third frustrating foul. Winthrop with the ball underneath their own basket now as Burnham will try to inbounds it. Does to Blanchard. Blanchard, number 20, spins around, and she gets one.
She has a very nice spin dribble she likes to use a lot. That time, she got herself open for the basket.
Schenck leading 45-37 with 2:49 to go in the third quarter. They work it into Rita Floyd for Schenck, who misses the shot, and will have the alternating possession going in favor of Winthrop. And Ray Convery going to his bench again. Darcy Hekinen coming into the game. See if we can catch up with who else came in. Ethel Struck is in there, number 30. Darcy Hekinen, number 31. And also, I believe, Anna Struck, number 11. Ethel's twin sister is back in there. With the ball right now is Ethel Struck. Works the ball down low. Kind of an off-balance shot. Missed by Darcy Hekinen. On the rebounding action, stolen away by Diane Blanchard, and she gets the basket for Winthrop. Heads-up play by Darcy. Schenck's lead cut to 6 now. Fisk with the ball. It's stolen away again. Knocked loose by
Blanchard.
Darcy again, or rather Diane Blanchard.
Yeah, Blanchard seems to be heating up on the offensive end. Again, she did a reverse spin. I think it made it harder for herself, but she ended up getting the basket. We're going to take a look. Blanchard gets the steal. She drives in here, kind of makes a nice move there to get away from the pressure defense. Gets a shot, and she's going to go back down and get another steal, but they turn the ball over.
Winthrop has had some luck on stealing that outlet pass tonight from Schenck, and we saw it there again. Carrying the ball was called against Winthrop, by the way, and Schenck has it back. Stephanie Fisk holding the ball. Now to Rita Floyd in the middle, and she gets one. Schenck 47, and they're putting on all kinds of pressure now as 2 Winthrop girls collided. And what's the call going to be?
Traveling.
I didn't see the travel signal, but I figured that had to be the call because the 2 girls collided and fell to the floor, and that's the call. Schenck gets it back on the near side. Stephanie Carter putting it in bounds, or trying to, gets it into Stephanie Fisk with 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Fisk with the ball, loops it down low to Carter. She's going to be fouled by Anna Struck of Winthrop, number 11.
Well, this is the matchup, I think, that really hurts Winthrop when Heathcote has to come out of the game because of foul trouble. She has 3, and Struck has to try and guard Carter. She's just not quite able to do it.
That's 2 on Anna Struck and 2 on the team. Schenck has the ball underneath their basket. Laurie Spearin now back to Floyd, and she gets another spin shot in the lane for Rita. So she heats up a little bit, and Schenck's lead is back up to 10 with 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Winthrop hurries up the other way to get the ball down low to Heathcote. Shot won't go.
There you see the entry pass. Nice little half hook shot, 2 in a row that Floyd has scored. And I think a lot of players should maybe try that type of hook shot. It's a good shot, tough to defend.
And the assist, I believe, was Spearin. Yes, it was Laurie Spearin making that pass. So Schenck gets the ball back now with 1:22 to go in the third quarter. They lead by 10. Stephanie Carter helping to break the press. Now to Stephanie Fisk. They work it into Carter. Her shot won't go. She gets her own rebound, fakes, and puts it up and in.
Well, there you see the matchup again, because even though Carter missed the first shot, she was simply able to reach over Struck's head without picking up a foul. Got the second shot.
Schenck back up by 12 again as Rita Floyd draws the foul for Schenck, number 40. She didn't have position. She went into the air. If she'd held position, she would have been all right. She's called for the foul, and that will be 3 on Schenck. Each team with 3 now, and that's 2 on Rita Floyd. And Winthrop will have the ball underneath their own basket. Winthrop in the dark green. You see 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mankowski coming out for Schenck, and Amy Morin coming in. Number 20, Dawn Mankowski. Winthrop down by 12, trying to get something going here near the end of the third quarter. Into Anna Struck. And she finds the going tough underneath. Her shot won't go, and Stephanie Carter brings it up for Schenck as we near the end of the third quarter. Carter drives down the middle, running shot won't go. Rebound's going to be picked up by Ethel Struck of Winthrop.
That's a great player, though. Carter able to break the pressure defense and just decided she was going to take it in. She missed the shot, but that just does so much for your team.
3-second violation against Winthrop. They'll turn it back over to Schenck, and the turnovers certainly have been haunting Winthrop here in the third quarter. With 28 seconds remaining, Stephanie Fisk brings it into the forecourt. Schenck with a 12-point lead and the basketball right now. Now Amy Morin back to Fisk. Misses the shot. Rebound on the floor. Going to be picked up by Anna Struck of Winthrop. Stolen away now by Amy Morin, who checked in for Schenck. And we'll have the alternating possession, and I believe the arrow will go to Schenck with 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Amy Morin, she's a freshman. Only 5'2", but she's a real scrapper, and she's shown a lot in her first year of varsity basketball. Pass in bounds, knocked right back out of bounds by Winthrop with 6 seconds now to go in the third quarter.
Oh, look for them to try and lob it into Carter right underneath the basket.
They get it into Laurie Spearin in the corner. Now to Carter. Stephanie Fisk misses the shot, and on the rebound, the buzzer and the gun go off, and that's the end of the third quarter. Schenck 51, Winthrop 39. We'll be back in just a minute.
Only 2 imports have enough room to be classified as large cars by the EPA. There's this one, the Rolls-Royce Silver Spur limousine, and this one, the Saab 9000. The people who buy this car pay others to drive for them. The people who buy Saabs never let anyone else drive.
See Clyde Billing Incorporated, Saab Itasca, State Street, Augusta.
5, 6, 7, 8. Dance. Get on your feet. Feel the fire. Feel the heat. And move to the groove of the beat. 2, 3, 4. I can't stop it. I bebop it. But it's got a thirst. You just can't top it. I can't beat it. Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the feeling.
Mike Hale and Barbara Barr back at the Bangor Auditorium as we head into the fourth quarter of this girls' state Class C championship game. Winthrop in the green with the basketball. They're down by 12, and they'll try to play some catch-up here down the stretch. Blanchard
I was just going to say, Mike, they were outscored 22-12 in that third quarter to dig this hole for themselves. And they're going to have to find someone, I think, to do some scoring for them inside, try and spark them.
Well, as Blanchard passed the ball into Calcagney of Winthrop, she drew the foul. And that's going to be on Rita Floyd. That's her third and Schenck's fourth team foul. Winthrop has 3 as Stephanie Carter steals the inbounds pass, and she'll bring it up herself. Now passes over to Mankowski. To Stephanie Fisk, who will slow it down and set it up out front. Now Carter comes out to the high post to Rita Floyd, number 40. Laurie Spearin with a shot. It won't go. It will be off Schenck, out of bounds. We see a Schenck fan with half of his face green, if we can see it, and the other half white, getting into the spirit. Winthrop with the basketball. Blanchard finds an opening in the defense, but misses the shot. The rebound, Calcagney won't go. And boy, oh boy, Winthrop just cannot make that shot underneath. They miss a couple again, and Schenck with a rebound. They're still leading by 12.
It's just hurt them all night long, Mike. They haven't been able to convert those 2- and 3-foot shots.
Now Carter on the baseline. She hits it. Just under 7 minutes to go in the game. Schenck's up by 14.
Stephanie Carter now has 25 points. She needs just 7 more to tie the career scoring mark.
Now that's Blanchard on the drive and drawing the foul. And
we're going to take a look at the last basket. Spearin makes a nice pass into her. She takes one dribble. See, that time the double team wasn't there early enough. What they want to do is try and force her to dribble and then trap her.
That wasn't a foul last time. That was kicking the ball on Schenck, and now we have a foul this time.
Carter got called for it that time. Burnham made a nice fake to get her off her feet and drew the foul. And Burnham's was pretty quiet in that third quarter, and I think it really hurt Winthrop because she really helped them offensively in the first half, both with her passing and shooting.
Stephanie's third and the team's fifth, as you see Stacy Burnham missing the foul shot.
Tough miss at this time, and I believe she is the best free throw shooter.
Stacy Burnham, she gets the second one. And now Schenck 53 and Winthrop 30 with 6:40 to go in the game. Stephanie Fisk again, number 10. Handling the ball for the Schenck Wolverines. Into Rita Floyd, her turnaround shot off, but Carter is there with a rebound out front to Fisk. In the lane, she has it stolen away. And Winthrop will try to beat the Schenck defense back. Laurie Spearin knocked the ball loose, but then committed the foul trying to retrieve it. So Laurie Spearin with the personal for Schenck.
That's Spearin's third. One thing about the foul situation for Schenck, they've been able to spread them around. There you see her trying to defend Blanchard. She almost gets a steal there, but trying to get it back is where she's called for the foul.
She knocked the ball loose, which wasn't the foul, but then she reached in to try to get the loose ball. We have a timeout with 6:20 to go in the ball game. Schenck is up by 13. Don't forget, right after this, we have Livermore Falls, the Western Maine C boys champ, up against John Bapps. The Eastern Maine boys, as Willie Gavitt and Joe Carr will be in to call that game. We have 6:20 to go before we crown the state championship for the girls in Class C. Steve Lavasser talking it over with the Schenck girls, who certainly are no strangers to the situation. They've won the state championship the last 2 years.
Well, and he was talking about the pressure it's been all season long for them to repeat. He was with these girls since they were freshmen and sophomores, won a couple of championships, and they've been putting a lot of pressure on themselves, he thinks, in the whole tournament. The Eastern Maine tournament didn't really play as well as they could, but they won it, and they have a nice lead at this point, so they're certainly doing the job for them.
And we'll be on the foul line with Diane Blanchard, who is the leading scorer, normally for Winthrop, averaging around 12 points per game. Foul shot won't go, but the rebound picked up by Burnham for Winthrop, and they'll keep control of it and try to get something on the board. Blanchard finding room on the baseline, drives by Rita Floyd, but the shot won't go, and Stephanie Carter's here with a rebound on the outlet to Stephanie Fisk. And it's stolen away from behind by Diane Blanchard of Winthrop. in the double team. A foul on Schenck.
That's a smart move by Blanchard. I don't know how many times she's come up from behind a Schenck player and stolen the ball. They should be more alert than she is there. But she leaned in between the two players to draw the foul. Good play on her part.
Diana's a 5'4" junior. Just under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Schenck by 13. The both offensives have stalled for just a moment here after some quick baskets.
Once again, Winthrop, though, driving along that baseline, they're choosing not to use the backboard, and they're having several of those shots just roll around the rim. I think if they took a step out, tried to hit it off the board, some of them might fall.
And Blanchard makes the first one. Concentrates now on the second one. And the bounce won't go for her. The rebound Floyd for Schenck. Now Amy Morin back in there. Brings it up as Stephanie Fisk goes to the bench. Laurie Spearin with the ball. Don Mankowski at the top of the key to Floyd. Now Morin will shoot the long one. Won't go. Rebound's going to come away to Cheryl Heathcote of Winthrop. Now to Missy Rayum. Rayum quickly down the near side. Into the corner to Blanchard. They work it down low, and the shot is good by Cheryl Heathcote. So slowly, Winthrop is picking away at that Schenck lead. Schenck leading by 10 now. They led by 14 at one time. Amy Morin with the ball. Laurie Spearin back to Morin. 5 minutes to go in the game. Schenck by 10 and taking their time looking for a good shot. Rita
Morin
Floyd.
is wide open, too. They're just leaving her go.
Mankowski will take the outside shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Carter, missing the layup, but drawing the foul as Cheryl Heathcote picking up the personal.
Take a look at Heathcote's shot. She gets the ball inside, good position. Does a nice little turnaround shot there over Carter.
That's always a tough shot when you spin around, blind to the basket, and there you are. And you see so many players who master that shot.
It is tough. You just have to know where you are on the court, and also where you have to kind of feel the defensive pressure. Some people get intimidated, think the defense is right there, and force their shot.
Carter missing the first one. Her second one also no good. Falling a little short. Rebound Winthrop. Schenck 53. Winthrop 43. 4:45 to go in the ball game. Rayum now gives it away to Burnham. The pass down low, stolen away by Laurie Spearin. To Mankowski, to Carter, now to Fisk. Fisk, who didn't stay on the bench long, got a few instructions from Coach Lavasser. Now she dribbles into a tie-up, alternating possession. But the arrow points for Schenck. Number 10, Stephanie Fisk. Number 20, Diane Blanchard as well on the screen. Inbounds pass to Carter. Now deep in the right corner. Mankowski will give it out to Fisk. Back to Mankowski. Fisk to Spearin. Back now to Stephanie Fisk. Holds up number 1. Means I shoot, I guess, as she fires it from the foul line and misses. Rayum brings it up now for Winthrop. Working it around now. Blanchard has it out front. Loops it underneath the Calcagney, who misses the shot. Rebound Schenck. Both of these teams finished second in their leagues with 17-1 records, and both went on to win their division championships. Rita Floyd, kind of an off-balance, difficult shot. She makes it go, and Schenck leads by 12 now. 3:35 to go. Quickly the other way. Good heads-up play. Diane Blanchard beat the defense back, got the layup.
Well, she's played an excellent all-around game. Very good athlete.
3:25 to go in the game. Schenck by 10, and with the basketball, Stephanie Carter. Now Stephanie Fisk. Mike Hale and Barbara Barr with you. Thanking you for joining us for this basketball coverage on Channel 5, WABI TV, and Channel 8, WAGM TV, in Presque Isle. Schenck taking their time. They have the clock on their side. Obviously, they want a good shot if they can. That probably wasn't it, but Stephanie Fisk did draw the foul against Luann Calcagney, number 12.
Well, that time Calcagni picked her up because Blanchard let her go through. She really hasn't been guarding the Schenck point guard, whether it's Fisk, and especially if Morin's in there. She's been sagging back in the key to help out on Carter. But that time Fisk did what she should do, is drive or cut into the basket. She got the ball on the foul.
For a moment, I thought it was going to be alternating possession, but the foul was called. That's the first on Calcagni. Each team with 5 now. As Stephanie Fisk, who had some key foul shots in the, can't remember if it was the semifinal or the final. Really some pressure foul shots. I think it was the semifinal, as she makes both of these ones. Schenck 57, Winthrop 45, 2:55 to go in the game. Rayum with the basketball to Burnham. He tries to work it down low to Heathcote, but Schenck will knock it loose, take it away, and bring it into the forecourt. Carter and Fisk. Fisk with it right now. Now there's Stephanie Carter, the high post. To Spearin. Carter drives baseline, gets a layup. She just took it right by the defense.
Beautiful drive by Carter that time using her left hand, and she has 27 points. Needs 5 more for the record.
With 2:18 to go in the game. Calcagni of Winthrop scoring the basket, and we have another timeout called by Ray Conberry. And we'll be back at the auditorium in half a minute.
Here's John Linehan Jr. at the all-new Linehan's Ellsworth Auto Mall, and he's committed to providing honest value by selling all new cars at factory sticker price or less.
I'm John Linehan Jr., and honest, you can believe what you just saw. At Linehan's Ellsworth Auto Mall, we have absolutely no additional dealer markup on any of our new cars. Don't be deceived by other dealers. You'll never pay more than factory sticker price, and usually you'll pay less. I promise.
Linehan's Ellsworth Auto Mall at the Triangle in Ellsworth.
All right, as we return, Barbara, let's look at Stephanie's last drive.
Well, there she just took Heathcote one-on-one. They cleared out the side for her, drove right by her for the basket, and that's what makes Stephanie Carter so tough. She can put the ball on the floor and take it to the hoop just as well as turning around and shooting the jumper in the key.
Very nice crowd on hand for this state championship basketball tonight in Class C. Of course, the Class D titles played here last night. Had Rangeley winning the boys title and the Washburn girls winning again in Class D. Schenck with the ball now as we get back here. It's Schenck 59 and Winthrop 47 with 2:10 to go in the game. Stephanie Carter now dribbles into the forecourt. Rita Floyd going to miss the layup, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds by Luann Calcagni of Winthrop.
And I think, Mike, too, that really the Schenck defense is what keyed their big rally in the third quarter. They put a little more pressure on. And Steve Lavasser has said all year a lot of his offense has come from that tough man-to-man defense.
Schenck got some quick baskets early in the third quarter, and that really gave him a cushion. As Carter misses the shot, the rebound won't go. Rita Floyd with a follow-up, and she gets it. Minute 40 to go. Schenck up 61-47. And Winthrop will be called for the travel as Rayum and Blanchard both grabbed it at the same time.
I think Winthrop has got to try and throw up a few three-pointers, although they've been really reluctant to take any kind of an outside shot this evening.
And, of course, they're going to put on the pressure as they are right now. But there's only a minute 35 to go, so the clock working against Winthrop, and a foul is called.
And that's it for Cheryl Heathcote. I believe that was her 5th foul.
We see the Schenck Wolverine blending in with the crowd, looking very fierce tonight. Stephanie Carter giving a hand now to Cheryl Heathcote, who played a great game, a very frustrating and disappointing Cheryl, but she certainly has nothing to be ashamed of. Well, very frustrated, that's all.
She certainly did, and a nice touch by a couple of Schenck players, Carter and also Spear coming over to congratulate her. Of course, when you lose the final game, you don't remember the 20 wins you had. Take a look at it here. The lob pass up. She almost had the steal, but did come just late.
Carter on the foul line, Stephanie Carter. And she makes a foul shot with a minute 32 to go in the game. Schenck 62, Winthrop 47. And unless Winthrop can put together some fast spurts, Schenck will win their 3rd straight Class C championship. And
I think everyone's just waiting to see if Stephanie can get the record at this point, Mike.
Closing in on the record, but will the clock be against her? in tying or breaking Julie Bradstreet's record. Stacy Burnham scores for Winthrop while we talk about that, and it's now 63-49. Winthrop wanting to get the ball back in a hurry if they can. Minute 10 to go in the game. Schenck up on top. They are really running into a very feisty Winthrop defense right now as they want the ball. They want it in a hurry. And on the fast break, the shot is good. Diane Blanchard normally leading the scoring on this well-balanced scoring team of Winthrop. The Winthrop Ramblers. Schenck Wolverine. Schenck with the ball. Stephanie Carter, now Stephanie Fisk. 40 seconds to go. They try to get it into Carter. In the lane, she dumps it off to to Floyd. And a foul is called on Winthrop.
I think Stephanie Carter's going to get to the foul line, but that was a very unselfish play on her part. Instead of forcing up the shot and going for a couple more points, she looked to pass first.
Well, anybody who's been following Schenck at all knows the kind of girl she is academically, honor student, very unselfish, and she's taken the fame that she's reached in schoolgirl basketball very much in stride. She's a very humble, talented young lady.
Well, I think the fact that at least it appears they're going to win their third straight state championship is testimony to that. And also to Steve Lavasser's coaching and the program he's put together. It's a very tough feat to do. And barring any miracle, they're going to do it.
Some seniors getting standing ovations from the Schenck fans as they play their last games. And they certainly have given the Schenck fans a lot to cheer about in the last 4 years, including 3 state titles. Stephanie Fisk, Dawn Mankowski, Laurie Spearin. All seniors, along with Stephanie Carter on the foul line. It's good.
That makes it 30.
That's Stephanie's 30th point, so she needs 2 more to tie the record and 3 to break it, and only 40 seconds to go in the game. So Stephanie sinks them both. 65-51. Schenck on top with 35 seconds to go. Winthrop, as Missy Larrabee had the ball, drove to the basket, and we have the alternating possession going to Winthrop.
Well, if Schenck gets this ball back, what do you want to bet that they try and look for Stephanie Carter?
Well, they are going to win this game in their 3rd straight title, so now they would like to see Stephanie get that record, and Steve Lavasser calls a timeout. And we'll be back in 30. We're going to stay here? All right. In one year, I have 30, and the other year, I have 0. So but we're going to keep it right here at the auditorium with 28 seconds to go. Mike Hale with Barbara Barr coming along, Joe Carr and Willie Gavitt to bring you the next game, the boys matchup, Livermore Falls and John Bass.
Well, I think, once again, we just really have to pay tribute to the Schenck team. They only had a 2-point lead at halftime. They had 13 fouls called on their team in the first half, yet they came out not passively in the second half, but even more aggressively, caused 2 turnovers immediately, scored the first 4 points of the half, and really never looked back after that. And again, Winthrop played a great game, hustling on defense. They never gave up. Blanchard is a fine player, but they just weren't able to convert those easy baskets.
Winthrop with the ball with 28 seconds to go in the game, but Schenck's going to win. They're leading 65-51. 3-pointer won't go for Blanchard. Schenck will have the rebound. They're going to give it to Stephanie Fisk into the forecourt. Now to Carter, and she's going to try to drive to the basket. 13 seconds on the clock. Now back to Carter underneath. The shot is up and in! And if we're not mistaken, she has just set the schoolgirl scoring record. And in a very exciting fashion with just 9 seconds to go. Adding a little more excitement to the game and another milestone for Stephanie Carter.
And I think they're letting some green and white balloons loose, but just an amazing story that she's done here, and to get the record in the final seconds. Just a great tribute to everyone just standing for her.
I remember watching her play as a freshman. She had her sister Tracy on the team.
We're going to see the record-breaking basket right now. There she asked for the ball back. She really wanted it. Nice pass inside her. She fights off 2 players to get that basket. I think she wanted it.
9 seconds on the clock, she hits the foul shot, and that's her 34th point. By the way, the last foul was on Darcy Pekkanen. Rick Lavasser, Steve Lavasser, rather, and Scott Lowell, the coaches, as Stephanie celebrates. I was mentioning she was just a freshman. I remember how impressed I was then, not realizing what she would go on to be. And that's it. Schenck has won their third straight Class C title. A 68-51 win over Winthrop, who caps off an excellent season, finishing up at 17-2. The Western Maine champs, who played in the Western Maine finals 4 years in a row. So they certainly are to be saluted here tonight as well. Schenck beat Erskine Academy last year. They beat Livermore Falls the year before. And this year it's Winthrop. So as these seniors graduate, the ones we mentioned earlier, along with Stephanie Carter, Wendy Hopkins and Christine Bigney, seniors on the team as well.
There go the nets.
And we're going to go down to Tim Throckmorton. He's with Coach Levasseur right now.
Thanks very much, Mike. Coach, I guess you got to feel pretty good about this one, 3 in a row.
3 in a row, that's great. Not only that, but all the stand was to Stephanie Carter. She just broke the scoring record of Julie Bradstreet. So to be able to do both things in one night, that's just a great accomplishment.
We asked you a little bit earlier if it was real easy coming here 3 years in a row and winning a state title. It's not, but what does it take to do it year after year? How do you motivate these kids?
I think dedication. I think every year we start out and we make goals for ourselves, and we know that nothing's going to come easy to us, and that every time we step on the court, we've got to give a little bit to get something back. And that's been our philosophy all the way through, is to give a little bit to get something back. And you just got to give a lot of credit to those girls right there. They work hard every game for me. They don't take anything for granted, and they're just a good bunch of girls.
Steve, thanks very much for joining, and congratulations on another state title. 3 in a row for Steve Levasseur, and looks like Dick Greenlaw is over at the scorer's table, and we're getting ready to get underway with the award ceremony. Here's Dick Greenlaw.
Before we begin the presentation, I'd like to announce that this evening you have witnessed the setting of an all-new women's basketball scoring mark for the state of Maine. Congratulations, Stephanie Carter. Very quickly, I would like to congratulate both champions. You all have represented your regions very well. Congratulations. Let's have a round of applause for everyone. Well done. I would also like to thank Mr. Woodrow Bailey and his staff and the members of the MSSBA Basketball Committee for their efforts. At this time, we'll turn our program over to Mr. Norris Nickerson for the presentations of awards.
This time we'd ask Coach Convery and his assistant Coach Steves to please come forward. As we call your individual team members up, please come up and receive your awards. First, the manager, Uda Wiedemann. Players, Anna Struck. Lisa McSweeney. Jamie Adamski. Ethel Struck. Darcy Häkkinen. Missy Larrabee. Nosy Rayon. Kyle Cagney. Cheryl Heathcote. And Stacy Burnham. Coach, would you call your captains back up, please? Plaque, which is emblematic of runner-up in girls Class C 1989, Winthrop High School. Would Coach Lavasser and Coach Lowell please come forward? Once again, as we call your team members up, please come up and receive your individual awards. First, the managers, Nita Floyd. Melanie Chassie. Holly Noyes. Now the players, Amy Morin. Cynthia DeVoe. Mary Beth Courier. Beth Martin. Rita Floyd. Christine Bigney. Wendy Hopkins. Darcy Clark. Stephanie Fisk. Lori Spearin. Don Minkowski. And Stephanie Carter. Coach, please invite your captains up. Gold ball, which is significant of champions in girls Class C 1989, Schenck High School. Congratulations, Steve.
And there we have the awards presentation. Schenck with another gold ball. And Winthrop, the runner-up this year. The Schenck girls have to build a new trophy case. I guess that's the third gold ball they've carried home 3 years in a row. So congratulations to Schenck. All right, Barbara, we're going to look at the Stephanie's basket that broke the scoring record for women's basketball.
Well, there you see it. Darcy Clark makes a nice pass into her, and Stephanie wasn't going to let anyone grab that ball away from her. She gets it, and she wound up going to the free throw line, but certainly a person that I think everyone says is well deserving of this record. And has any player really had more of a storybook career? 3 state championships, and now the all-time career scoring mark of 2,166 points.
Thank you, Barbara. We'll be back in just a minute.
Country Comfort RV Sales and Service in Windsor presents the newest entries in outdoor living, the new 1989 Terry travel trailers and fifth wheels. Country Comfort has a great selection in stock now, with a Terry for every lifestyle, every budget. You're sure to find a Terry RV that meets your needs, along with excellent financing terms for qualified buyers. And they back the sale with top service, plus parts and accessories. The best in outdoor living, Terry Travel Trailers by Fleetwood, from Country Comfort RV Sales and Service, Route 17, Windsor.
The University of Maine at Machias invites you to explore the spectacular beauty of Down East Maine. You may discover an exciting career in environmental studies, marine biology, or recreation management. Our coastal location offers students hands-on experience in a vast natural laboratory. UMM is now seeking bright, motivated individuals for these areas of study. Perhaps we're looking for you. For more information on these and our complete curriculum, contact the University of Maine at Machias. It's the Maine experience.
Back at the Bangor Auditorium, the Schenck girls winning the state championship over Winthrop, 68-51. Barbara, our final tallies on the scorebook tonight.
Well, for Winthrop, Stacy Burnham had 13 points, Cheryl Heathcote 5, Luann Calcagney led them with 20, Anna Struck had 2, Diane Blanchard 9 points, and Missy Rayham 2 for their total of 51 points. And on the Schenck side, well, it was just too much. Stephanie Carter, the only player in double figures, with 34. Dawn Mankowski had 8 points, Lori Spearin 2, Stephanie Fisk had 6 points, Rita Floyd 8 points, Morin had 4, Clark, Spearin, there you see it. And their total of 68.
All right, Tim Throckmorton's down on the floor with Stephanie Carter. Tim?
Thanks very much, Mike. Stephanie, first of all, congratulations, and for both things, the state championship and a new scoring record. We have a scoring record, the last shot that put you over the top on tape here. Why don't you describe that last play?
Well, we just came down the floor. I was supposed to get the ball, and I couldn't go by the baseline, so I passed it to Darcy, and Darcy just passed it back to me, and I just went up with my right hand and put it in, and I got fouled.
Three-point play puts you 2 over, I guess, 2,166. You made it look awfully easy tonight, but they gave you a run. Winthrop played very well tonight.
Yeah, they have a real good defense. That's the first team that's played man-to-man on us, and other than at the end of games, and that's the best job I've seen.
Stephanie, we'll see you in a Black Bear uniform very soon.
Yes.
Oh, you're excited about coming to Orono?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Stephanie, congratulations tonight, and good luck down the road.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Stephanie Carter, and she'll head in, and we've got one more game tonight. But first of all, let's wrap up the first game and the final statistics. Mike?
Well, Barbara, the way Stephanie called that replay, she might want to get into maybe some broadcasting, whether she called that very well.
Hopefully when we're through. She has to get through college first, Mike, but I'm sure she'll have a great career at the University of Maine. I'm sure they're anxious for her to get there.
All right, Schenck beats Winthrop 68-51. Coming up, we have the John Bapps boys and the Livermore Falls boys for their state Class C basketball game. And Willie Gavitt and Joe Carr will be here for that. This is Mike Hale along with Barbara Barr. And we'll be back with the second game in just a moment. We'll be back in 90 seconds.